Why does a simple puppet on strings unsettle us more than a photorealistic dragon? Why do practical stunts trigger genuine fear while perfect CGI leaves us unmoved? The answer lies deep in our neurobiology, in the uncanny valley, and in the primal part of our brain that still remembers when the thing in front of us was genuinely dangerous. Today, we're exploring the science of why practical effects terrify us in ways that digital magic simply cannot replicate. Our brains are fundamentally wired to detect authentic danger. When we watch practical effects, a real acre falling, genuine fire, an actual animatronic, our survival instinct activates because we're witnessing something that could cause real harm. The amygdala, our brain's fear center, processes practical effects as potential threats. With CGI, however, our prefrontal cortex, the rational part, immediately flags it as artificial. This cognitive dissonance breaks the fear response. Studies show that practical effects activate the same neural pathways as witnessing real events, while CGI activates pattern recognition systems we use for abstract imagery. The uncanny valley works differently for practical versus digital effects. The uncanny valley, that eerie feeling when something looks almost human but not quite, hits harder when it's physically present. A practical animatronic in front of you occupies real space. Your eyes tell you it's there. Your brain struggles to reconcile the familiar human shape with the wrong movements or texture. CGI, by contrast, exists in a different perceptual category altogether. We've trained our brains to process digital humans as separate from actual humans. A practical silicone mask moving realistically triggers evolutionary alarm bells because our ancestors needed to identify predators and threats in physical space. Digital creatures lack this spatial reality. Texture and tactile expectation matter more than visual perfection. When you see a practical effect, real blood, real skin textures, real materials responding to physics, your brain processes a complete sensory narrative. Even if the effect is slightly imperfect, the authenticity of the materials makes it register as real threat. CGI, no matter how perfectly rendered, lacks this material authenticity. Recent research in haptic psychology shows that our fear responses are deeply linked to material expectations. When a creature looks wet or textured in a way that matches our real-world experience, fear escalates dramatically. This is why the animatronic alien in Ridley Scott's 1979 film still terrifies modern audiences. The slime is real, the weight is real, the physics are real. The actor's genuine reaction creates psychological resonance. When an actor performs with a practical effect in front of them, reacting to real heat from flames, real pressure from a creature, real spatial proximity, their fear response is often authentic. Our mirror neurons fire in response to genuine human emotion. We empathize at a neurological level with authentic fear. CGI-generated danger requires actors to imagine and perform fear of something that isn't there. Audiences subconsciously detect this difference. The absence of genuine threat in the actor's body language creates a micro-disconnect that undermines the horror. This is why watching someone react to a real prop or practical effect creates deeper emotional resonance than watching them scream at a blue screen. Predictability and the illusion of control affect how we process digital threats. Our brains recognize that CGI operates within programmed parameters. On a subconscious level, we know what's possible with 3D rendering. Movements follow physics, creatures can't break certain rules. Practical effects exist in unpredictable physical space. An animatronic could malfunction in unexpected ways. A stunt could go wrong. This uncertainty triggers deeper fear. Studies in decision-making show that unknown variables activate stress responses more intensely than understood risks. When we watch a practical effect, there's an implicit awareness that reality is uncontrolled. With CGI, we're watching controlled simulation. Fear thrives on uncertainty. The persistence of practical effects in our cultural memory shapes how we respond to them. Iconic horror and action sequences, the chestburster in Alien, the T-1000 in Terminator 2, the spinning hallway in Inception, created deep neural grooves in our collective consciousness. These effects were practiced, dissected, and burned into popular culture during formative years for multiple generations. Because they're rooted in actual physical accomplishment, they carry weight. New CGI effects, no matter how technically superior, lack this cultural mythology. They're often created by teams, rarely attributed to individual artists, and exist primarily as digital data. There's something about the physicality of practical effects that makes them feel like they actually happened, which deepens their psychological impact across decades. Our visual system processes real light and shadow differently than rendered light. When light interacts with physical objects illuminating skin, casting shadows from a creature's texture, reflecting off real surfaces, our visual cortex processes this as legitimate reality. CGI lighting, even when photorealistic, is ultimately mathematical simulation. Experts in visual perception note that our eyes evolved to detect real-world lighting conditions. Practical effects benefit from actual light physics. When a shadow falls on an actor's face from a practical creature, that shadow contains information our visual system trusts implicitly. Digital shadows, no matter how perfect, travel through a different neural pathway, one associated with processed image rather than reality. This subtle difference accumulates into a profound psychological effect. The vulnerability of the filmmaker adds emotional authenticity. Practical effects require filmmakers to commit to specific creative choices. There's no digital do-over, no perfect simulation. When you watch a practical sequence, you're watching human artists take risks, performers, stunts coordinators, special effects technicians risking injury or failure. This commitment creates psychological weight. The audience intuits this sacrifice. We respond more intensely to art created through genuine risk and physical effort. CGI, by its nature, is risk-free. An animator can iterate infinite versions. There's comfort in that, and comfort is the enemy of fear. The knowledge that someone had to build this, position this, activate this in front of a camera, that physical act resonates in our primal brain as something that required courage. The future blends both approaches, but our fear response remains anchored in the physical. Modern filmmaking increasingly combines practical and digital effects, a hybrid approach. However, neuroscience suggests our fear responses will continue to prioritize practical elements. The human brain evolved over hundreds of thousands of years to detect genuine threats. It takes far longer to rewire fear responses than it does to render a perfect dragon. Even as CGI improves exponentially, our ancestral brain will likely continue to register physical presence as more threatening. Some of the most effective modern horror films intentionally lean into practical effects precisely because filmmakers understand this neurobiology. The future of fear lies not in pure digital perfection, but in the strategic integration of authentic physicality. So the next time you feel that involuntary chill watching a practical effect, know that you're experiencing a cascade of neurological responses honed over millennia, your brain detecting authentic danger in the physical world in front of you. It's not just movie magic. It's ancient survival instinct meeting modern storytelling. If you enjoyed this video, smash the like button and subscribe so you never miss a video like this one.